At 6, a judge says a Lexington roofing company violated Kentucky's consumer protection laws. The ruling is in favor of Attorney General Russell Coleman. The Attorney General was suing Lexington Blue. He accused the company of taking millions from customers but not finishing the work they were paid to do. A judge issued a default judgment against Lexington Blue. It means that the company did not defend themselves in a timely manner and that they are therefore liable for the claims against them. There will be a hearing coming up on Friday to discuss how much Lexington Blue will have to pay in damages.